Okay.
There you go.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, March 12th. I hereby call the Insurance Subcommittee to order. Members, please don't forget to sign in. Madam Clerk, please open the roll. Madam Clerk, please announce the roll.
Madam Chair, you have 4 members present and you have a quorum.
Thank you. Today, we have 7 bills on our calendar. The first item, number 1, House Bill 476 by Vaughn, has been rolled 1 week. Item number 2, House Bill 927 by Chairman Hawk. We have a proper motion and second. Chairman, you're recognized on your bill.
Thank you, Chair Lady and members. It's always good to be in front of my old committee. I've got so many old committees, I got to remember which one's which. So thank you for the diligent work that you do. House Bill 927 comes to us from AFLAC. If my memories and my thoughts of AFLAC, the duck on TV, and as they tell you in their commercials what they pay for, this is just to clarify exactly what AFLAC as a product is giving to folks, that it's a kind of a gap insurance that covers lost wages when there is accident or illness. The dollars come directly to the individual, and it tells what they're able to do with those funds. In a nutshell, that's what it does, Chair Lady and members.
Thank you for that explanation. Do we have any questions for members? Seeing none, we are ready to vote on House Bill 927. Madam Clerk, please open the vote. Has everyone voted? Does anyone wish to change their vote? Okay. Oh. Do we have one of these? Representative Hakeem, we're going to bring you one of these little stylus and see if that helps.
Okay.
Brooke said she can also manually do it. It just won't show them on the board.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. We can count your vote a different way. Madam Clerk, please call the vote.
Madam Chair, you have 5 ayes and 0 nays.
Thank you. The bill passes and goes to insurance full.
Thank you, Chair Lady and members. Thanks so much.
Item number 3 is House Bill 651 by Chairman Williams. It's rolled 1 week. Item number 4 is House Bill 484 by Chairman Martin. We have a proper motion and second.
Thank you, Chairman Lady. I do believe we have an amendment as well.
Yes, you do. You have an untimely filed amendment. Without objection, we will consider that amendment. Can you verify your drafting code?
5211.
We have a proper motion. Do we have a second? We have a proper motion and second. Chairman, the amendment makes the bill, so we will now vote on the amendment. All those in favor of the amendment signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. The amendment is on the bill. Chairman, you're recognized on your bill as amended.
Thank you, Madam Chair and committee. The intent of this bill is pretty simple. It's to get Tennesseans the right treatment at the right time and make sure the appropriate conditions are addressed in a cost-effective manner while also helping to save Tennesseans. What this bill will do will ensure that biomarker testing is covered when ordered by a provider for the purpose of diagnosis, treatment, and appropriate management of ongoing conditions. This bill does not include screenings and has guardrails around testing that can be used to make sure that we're using the best medical and scientific evidence in what we're doing. Similar bills have passed in states like Oklahoma, Texas, Indiana, and Florida. Most of the applications are in the cancer world. So what we're able to do with this type treatment is identify a treatment or condition earlier, get the patient the care they need earlier, start them on the right track quicker is the objective of what we're trying to do. And a 2021 survey found that 66% of oncology providers reported that insurance coverage on these were a hindrance to care and were a barrier for them getting the appropriate treatment on the front end for what they needed. With that, committee and chair, I stand ready for question.
Thank you for that explanation. Do we have any questions from members? Representative Freeman, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And sponsor, thank you for bringing this bill. You shared a couple of different times my family's personal journey with breast cancer. And something like this is going to really change lives and allow doctors to give the treatment. And to members on the committee, I realize that that some of the departments have probably reached out to you to tell you how terrible this bill is and how it'll increase cost. And you hit it on the head. It couldn't be further from the truth. For us to be able to direct treatment and give the right treatment to the right disease in a biospecific manner is going to lower cost, improve efficacy. And I really commend you and thank you for bringing this bill. I was proud to sign on to it. Thank you.
Chairman Martin.
Thank you, Representative. I can't agree more on that exact portion. That's why I resonated when I heard this bill originally, was because yes, there could be a cost on the front end, but when we look at healthcare, cost on the front end saves money on the back end when it's done correctly. When you're dealing with cancers and things like that, I can't agree anymore. I appreciate your words.
Thank you. Representative Hakeem, you're recognized.
Sorry, could I
I'm
follow
sorry.
up on that?
Sorry.
Apologize. Yeah, and again, just want to reiterate that one more time. Instead of throwing everything at it, we're giving drugs that are sometimes $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a treatment for chemotherapy, and to be able to give the specific drug as opposed to guessing as to what we think could treat it is absolutely going to save costs. So thank you.
Thank you.
Representative Hakeem, you're recognized. You pass. Okay. Chairman Kumar, you're recognized.
Thank you. I just want to reiterate that this is advanced science, it's exact science, and really can be life-saving. It has to be, again, used correctly. Screening alone can be confusing. But as far as detecting and monitoring the progress of cancer and medications to choose, this is really, it has great rewards. And I'm glad that you brought this. Thank you.
Thank you. I will add just one little thing. He brought this up. You know, medicine is always evolving and changing. And this stat here was pretty cool. In 2000, 15% of clinical trials in cancer involved biomarkers. In 2018, over 55% now are being able to be identified in that component. So in 20 years, we moved a long way in research and science like this. So thank you, Chairman Kumar, for those words.
Do we have any more questions or comments? Seeing none, we are ready to vote on House Bill 484. Madam Clerk, please open the vote. Has everyone voted? Does anyone wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please announce the vote.
Madam Chair, you have 6 ayes and 0 nays.
The bill passes and goes to insurance full.
Thank you, Chair, Lady, and Committee.
Item number 5 is House Bill 296 by Representative Love. Do I have a motion and a second? We have a proper motion and second. Representative Love, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, members.
I see you have 2 amendments.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and address the first amendment. What is the drafting code?
004900.
That's correct. Do I have a motion and a second? We have a proper motion and second. All those in favor of putting Amendment 4900 on the bill signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The amendment is on the bill. I see you have another amendment that rewrites the bill. Oh, that rewrote the bill. I'm sorry. your second amendment is a clarifying amendment.
Yes, I think
Can-
that's drafting code 4928.
Yes, that's correct. We have a proper motion and second. All those in favor of adding this to the bill signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. The amendment is on the bill. Chairman, you're recognized on your bill as amended.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have a guest here to speak about the bill. Would you prefer to go out of session or would we talk about the bill first? What's the preference?
We can, why don't you just go ahead and present the bill, then we
Okay.
can bring the speaker up.
All right, thank you. This particular piece of legislation, House Bill 296, is designed to provide opportunities for our state to provide support for persons who would need speech therapy. We talk about the importance of being able to communicate and the self-confidence that students have. When you have a speech impediment, it can tremendously affect your confidence. And we want to make sure that students in our school system have the chance to have access to speech therapy. And we have a guest here today that would like to speak about the importance of it and how it's affected his own life.
Thank you. Without any objection, we're going to go out of session and hear from our speaker. Mr. Gilchrist, would you please come up and say who you are and who you're representing?
Hi, I am Michael Kidd Gilchrist. I am a ex-athlete. I have a stutter. I have been I have been picked on as a kid, and as an adult sometimes, and I know the how things go as a kid and also as an adult, as a person who stutters. I know as as hosts make think that I'm an athlete, so I don't have no worries sometimes, but that's not true. Like I think that for all of us who stutters, it is very lonely, and even in the school system, it is a very, very isolated thing that we go through. So this bill is will help, us who needs it, So I want to thank y'all all for just the I guess the opportunity of being heard today, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have questions from our members? Representative Hakeem, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. And thank you, sir, for your strength, your courage to come and share with us today. And as you spoke, it made me think about a lot of other young people, how they shy away from what they need to do in school, academics and so forth, to be bullied sometimes. And I think it took strength and courage for you to be here today. And thank you so very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Do we have any other questions for members? Thank you so much for your testimony.
Good, thank you.
Thank you. Representative Love, you're recognized.
Thank you,
I'm
Madam
sorry.
Chair.
We're back in
And,
session, sorry.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist is a former athlete at the University of Kentucky men's basketball team, 2012. He was the second overall pick in 2012 NBA draft, who spent 8 years successfully playing for the Dallas Mavericks and the Charlotte Hornets. He founded Change and Impact, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving healthcare access and expanding resources for individuals who stutter. And so he successfully passed this legislation in Kentucky and in Pennsylvania, where there's pending legislation. And he's given his testimony, and I tell folks that they think that I talk slow for some impact and effect, but I have to pause to make sure that I don't run my words together. And I understand the impact it has on people. And it's important we talk about the effects for young people and the self-confidence that it does bring. And so I just wanted to emphasize that point, that many of us have different levels of it. And I go through a routine of pausing just to make sure that I don't run too fast in what I'm saying, so people can understand what I'm saying as well. So with that, the bill would create a task or study to look at the impacts of it, and I would renew my motion.
Thank you. Any comments from members? Chairman Kumar.
Thank you. I just want to thank you for bringing this. It's a significant problem in our society, and it's always difficult to see somebody struggle to express the views that they have in their mind. And I think if we can help in any way, it's our duty to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to say my dad stuttered and my younger brother stuttered. So I thank you for bringing this. I truly do. Any other questions, members? Seeing none, we are ready to vote. Madam Clerk, please open the vote. Has everyone voted? Does anyone wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please announce the vote.
Madam Chair, you have 5 ayes and 0 nays.
Thank you. The ayes have it. The bill goes to insurance full.
Thank you, Madam Chair and committee members.
Thank you. Item number 6, House Bill 595 by Representative Hemmer has been taken off notice. Item number 7 is House Bill 1198 by Chairman Kumar. Do I have a motion and second? We have a proper motion and second. Chairman, could you verify your drafting code?
Yes,
On the
Madam Chair,
amendment?
it's 4872.
Okay, do we have a motion and second on the amendment? We have a proper motion and second. All those in favor of putting the amendment on the bill signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We're on your bill as amended. Chairman Kumar, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, this bill is about a medical quantity called biosimilars. In 2010, Congress enacted the Biologics Price Competition and Innovation Act to foster competition for biologic medications that are rather very expensive. A biosimilar or a biologic product that is highly similar to its reference product. A biosimilar is a biologic product that is highly similar to its reference product, a biological medication already approved by the FDA. Biosimilars have no clinically meaningful difference from the reference product in terms of safety or effectiveness and are similarly approved. House Bill 1198 authorizes the Division of TennCare to utilize biosimilars as a cost-saving measure for pharmaceutical services. It also requires the TennCare Pharmacy Advisory Committee to consider biosimilars as a factor in its recommendations for drugs to be included on a state preferred drug list. It establishes that a healthcare carrier may require or mean a patient to try a biosimilar product prior to providing coverage for equivalent branded drug as a part of step therapy and cost control. Madam Chair, we do have a person testifying in support of this.
Okay. Without objection, we will go out of session and hear from Kate. I don't know how, Kolscher?
Yes.
Kolesher,
Thank
okay,
you.
thank you. Just tell me, just State your name and who you're with for the record, please.
Sure. Thank you,
And
Madam
you
Chair.
have 3 minutes.
Okay. My name is Kate Kalesher. I'm Director of State Government Affairs for Sandoz. And Sandoz is the pioneer and global leader of biosimilars. We had the first ever in Europe in 2006 and in the US in 2015. As states grow more concerned about healthcare budgets, I'm here to tell you that there is a way to increase access for patients and save money. A PRI report estimates that Tennessee could save as much as $390 million annually by increasing the use of biosimilars. Yes, $390 million per year. Biosimilars can offer substantial savings for healthcare systems and patients by providing more affordable alternatives to expensive biologic treatments. This legislation is very simple and addresses the historically misunderstood definition of interchangeability as it pertains to biosimilars. Currently, Tennessee has a provision that allows health plans to try step therapy on interchangeable biologics before covering a more expensive branded drug. This bill makes it clear that health plans can also use the broader category of biosimilars. Tennessee is one of only 6 states that does not yet have this kind of language. Let me lay a little groundwork because the terminology can be very confusing. What are biosimilars? Just as generics are to name brand medicines, biosimilars are to biologics. And what are biologics? Biologics are the name brand or reference products like Humira or insulin, which have revolutionized treatments for rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, and cancer care. They are administered by injection or IV and require close medical supervision. They are also very expensive. In fact, biologics are only 2% of the prescriptions filled, but account for 40% of the drug spend. Biosimilars, which are based on biologics, as Chairman Kumar said, go through FDA testing and can be approved once the biologic goes off patent. Currently, there are about 44 biosimilars on the market, but only 13 have sought and received the interchangeable designation. So that the way the statute reads now, it limits plans to offer treatment to only those 13 products. Congress decided to come up with a subset of biosimilars called the interchangeable biologics. We don't find this designation anywhere else in the world, and that is one reason Europe has a much higher utilization and cost savings from biosimilars. It's estimated that 1.2 million more U.S. patients could gain access to these life-saving therapies, which were out of reach for them previously. Because as competition increases, the cost will fall, even for those without insurance. I want to thank you and happy to answer any questions that I can.
Do we have any questions for members? Representative Hakeem, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, and thank you so much for being here. I guess I have 2 questions. One, if I heard correctly, the FDA has, I guess, tested this and approved of it.
Right. Yep.
And it's been used in Europe for some time now.
And they're used here as well.
Used here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And has there been any negative effects or impacts for the use of biosimilars?
No, that's a great question. And we have seen in Europe that with our over 1 billion patient days in Europe, there's been no side effect. It's basically the same product, except that because it's made out of proteins, we can't call them generics. So we can't say exactly the same, but they are very close to. Okay. And that's where we have like the generics for insulins.
Okay.
And that. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Representative Hakeem.
All right, one other question. If I was a part of pharma, how would I see this product? I mean, as a threat?
No, because once they come off patent, the biologics come off patent, then the BCPIA that Chairman Kumar mentioned, then these products can go on, they can go on formularies. They might see it as a little bit of a threat, Big Pharma, but they also manufacture some of the biosimilars as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other questions? We will now go back into session. Thank you for your
Yeah.
testimony. Chairman Kumar?
Thank
Any
you, Madam
remarks?
Chair. It's basically a cost-saving measure comparable to using generics with extremely similar effects, utilization, and structure. And I think the biologics especially are very, very expensive drugs, and this would help.
Thank you. Do we have any questions from members? Seeing none, we are ready to vote. Madam Clerk, please open the vote. Has everyone voted? Does anyone wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please announce the vote.
Madam Chair, you have 6 ayes and 0 nays.
The ayes have it. Bill goes to insurance full. That completes today's calendar. Do I have a motion to adjourn? We are adjourned.